Methods of sterilization and the disinfection. So firstly what we see is the heat. So in case of the heat, there are various such as there's hot air oven. Next there is also the autoclaving. Next there is boiling, and there is pasteurization. So if you see hot air oven, so this is used in case of the glasswares. It is used instead of sterilizing powders. It is used in case of oil, swabs, as well as in case of dressing. Next, autoclaving. In case of autoclaving, this is used in case of all spectrums, and it is used in case of the linen, surgical instruments, next also the lab ware, then it also includes the media and the pharmacological products. Next what we see is boiling. So in case of boiling, it includes most pathogens and also some spores. So where it is used? Boiling, it is used in case of the metal tools, as well as the rubber or plastic equipment, as well as the cloth. Next, what we look at is pasteurization. In case of pasteurization, the spectrum is the vegetative bacteria, and this includes the uses are the beverages, the plastic hospital equipment. Next, we look at the ethylene oxide gas. So in case of ethylene oxide gas, this includes all spectrums, all of the spectrum. And what is the use? So it is used in case of heat sensitive equipment, and this includes the heart, lung machines, as well as the artificial valves. Next, it also includes the fabrics, the respirators, the cardiac catheters, and as well as the books. Next, what we see is the radiation. So in case of radiation, this includes the UV. UV also includes all of the spectrum. And looking at what are the uses, it is limited. It is limited value, and this is due to the poor penetration, and it can be used for the plastic syringes, catheters, as well as the lab cabinets. Next, under radiation, we look at the ionizing. In case of ionizing, it again includes all of the spectrum, and the equipments include, it is used in surgical supplies as well as the food. Then what we look at is the chemicals. So in case of the chemicals, this includes the alcohol. So in case of alcohol, the spectrum is vegetative bacteria, next viruses, and some of the spores. So where is this used? So this alcohol, if you see, it is used in skin disinfection, also used in case of hand wash. Next, we are looking at the hydrogen peroxide. So in case of hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, so here this is used in case of the viruses. The spectrum includes viruses, vegetative bacteria. Next, there is also the spores and the fungi. So this it is used in the high level disinfectant as well as the antiseptic. This is for the wound and also the discharging ulcers. Next, we are looking at the chlorine. So in case of chlorine, this again the spectrum includes the viruses, vegetative bacteria as well as the fungi. So here in case of chlorine, next the uses, if you see, it is used to disinfect the water only. Then we are looking at the iodophores. In case of iodophores, this involves the viruses, the vegetative bacteria. Next, it includes the fungi, then also lethal to spore bearing organisms. Now we are looking at the uses of the iodophores. Uses of iodophores, it is used in case of skin disinfection. Next is also used in disinfecting the blood cultures, bottles as well as the medical equipments. Next, we are looking at the crude phenol. So in case of the crude phenol, it is the spectrum involves the gram positive as well as the gram negative. Gram positive and the gram negative bacteria, but only slowly effective against, it's slowly effective, and this is against the spores as well as the acid fast bacteria. So this crude phenol, if you see the uses, it is used to disinfect of feces as well as mopping the floor as well as the cleaning drains. This is crude phenol. Next, looking at the glutaraldehyde. Glutaraldehyde. So in case of glutaraldehyde, this involves the spectrum, that is, it includes all of the spectrum. Next, if we look at uses, it includes the endoscopes as well as the bronchoscopes. Now, if we look at the quaternary ammonium compounds, so here this involves most bacteria. Next, it also involves the fungi and the lipophilic virus. So the uses of this quaternary ammonium compound is basically the general cleaning.